Man-Child. Part 2. The Joyful Ascent to the Sovereign Self. Opening scene, the Fab Four in conversation. Jung, Buddha, Machiavelli, Stoic. The time for dwelling on the eternal boy is over. Our audience now understands the pattern. The goal is not to punish the past, but to greet the hero of the future. We are here to talk about the sheer electric joy that springs up the moment we choose to be whole. Machiavelli. Joy is a byproduct of strength. Jung. The individual has seen the fragility of the Prince of Comfort. Now, we show them that sovereignty is the most exhilarating freedom they will ever taste. The path to competence is not tedious. It is the ultimate liberation from vulnerability. Buddha. Precisely. The past suffering, the craving for ease, was just a massive distraction. The truth we unveil today is that right effort is the cessation of suffering itself. The work is not the chain, it is the key. We offer a positive, clear path to that unshakable, buoyant happiness called equanimity. Stoic. The entire mood shifts when we realize the simple, magnificent truth. Duty is dignity. They thought responsibility was a tax. We show them it is the source of their highest value. We will equip them with the rational, joyful steps that prove the sovereign self is simply the most fun person to be. Section 1. The Grand Epiphany. Responsibility is freedom. Hello, my friends. Come closer, because today we are talking about a secret, a magnificent, unforeseen truth that changes everything you thought about being mature. Last time, we defined the old habit, the eternal boy stuck in the provisional life. If that description felt heavy, it's because you were looking at it from the wrong angle. You were viewing responsibility as a crushing weight, a burden, a tax on your joy. The unforeseen epiphany. Responsibility is not a weight. It is the source of all authentic power and freedom. The eternal boy is the one who is truly trapped by debt, trapped by fear of confrontation, trapped by others' expectations, trapped by their own unearned comfort. The moment you take radical, decisive responsibility, you are not giving up freedom. You are seizing control of your own ship. You're becoming the master, not the passenger. This isn't a bitter pill. It's a jolt of pure, mature exhilaration. If this idea that true freedom comes from taking charge lights up your mind, please hit the like button right now. Let us know you're ready for this journey. Section 2. The Round Table. The Joyful Blueprint. Let's dive into the sheer pleasure and strategic advantage of this new mindset. Our Fab Four will reveal the immediate, positive steps you can take today to feel this shift. Jung speaks on psychology, the joy of wholeness. The eternal boy is fractured, the sovereign self is whole. The joy we speak of is the profound relief of integration, the aggression, the competence, the drive you once feared in your shadow is simply the energy required to create a magnificent life. When you commit to a container, a project, a relationship, a debt payoff, you're not limiting yourself. You're simply giving your incredible, massive energy a purposeful shape. The self-respect that blooms from that purposeful action is the most powerful, sustainable happiness in the world. It feels good to be the hero of your own story. Machiavelli speaks on strategy, the exhilaration of competence, the freedom. The eternal boy craves is cheap and temporary. The freedom the sovereign self enjoys is earned and impregnable. We are offering an exhilarating strategy of self-reliance. When you conquer a difficult task, when you pay off a debt, when you keep a promise despite the cost, that demonstrated competence is pure, undeniable power. That feeling is virtue, and it is exhilarating. Your reputation shifts from liability to strength. This is not a tax. It is an investment in unshakable self-trust. Rule your small state, your finances, your word, your time, decisively, and feel the powerful surge of unburdened control. Buddha speaks on enlightenment, finding peace in the effort. The simple truth: the craving for ease was your true burden. The man-child was miserable because he was always chasing a feeling that was external and fleeting. The joyful ascent is the realization that right effort, diligent, focused, present action is the path to peace. You're not working to get something, you're working to be present and skillful in the moment. When you lose the attachment to the outcome, the anxiety dissolves. The work becomes a form of active meditation. It is a light, buoyant, and entirely internal source of happiness. The work is not a sacrifice, it is the escape itself. Stoic speaks on duty, the dignity of choice. The most powerful realization is this: the world demands something from you. Your partners, your family, your job. They demand integrity. The eternal boy saw this as an imposition. The sovereign self sees it as a magnificent opportunity. Every demand is a chance to prove your dignity. You are not controlled by external events. You are defined by the perfection of your effort and the purity of your intention. When you embrace your duty, amor fati, not with resignation, but with a joyful, decisive will, you become unconquerable. You're not a victim of your fate. You are the hero who uses his fate to demonstrate virtue. Section 3, the grand result, an unstoppable force. Do you feel that shift, that sudden lightness? That's the feeling of dropping the burden of the eternal boy and taking up the lightness of sovereignty. You are moving from asking, "How do I feel better?" to embracing the joyful declaration, "I am acting with purpose and competence." Grand result and positive outlook. The hero always comes from behind, not by luck, but by decisive action and unforeseen resilience. Your past inability to commit has become the bright, clear opportunity to build a foundation of unshakable self-trust. By acting today, by taking one small, honest step of responsibility, you're not just cleaning up a mess. You're performing the sacred, life-altering act of becoming whole. That joy, that competence, that integrity, it makes you an unstoppable force. Go and enjoy the ascent. What is the one small, uncomfortable truth you can act on today? Not with dread, but with joyful, decisive will. Write it down and commit to the ascent. Be sure to talk about this channel. We will see you on the next video.